I go to a Chinese doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I go to a Chinese doctor on the Upper East Side. I love it with all of my heart. I am the absolute best version of myself at this doctor's office. Like, it is. If you don't know, everyone there is a Chinese woman except me. Like, I'm the receptionist, the patients, the doctors, the nurses. Everyone is a Chinese woman except me. And I don't know how I got there. I don't know who made me that appointment.
Thank you for clarifying, except you.
I've been going there for 2 years, and every time I walk in there, I leave feeling really, really good about myself because they think I am a giant. Every time I go there, it is like Gulliver's Travels. Like they're all up to my sternum, and they are all like, can I do the voice? You know, like if I'm sitting on the doctor's thing, when my doctor walks in, she always just says, "Oh, John, still super jacked," and I don't know, it makes me feel good, right? And they also, I don't know, I must have gone to see them one time, like while I was maybe before Amsterdam or something like that, because they're always asking about my international comedy.
What?
They're like they're just like, they think I'm really funny, and they think I've done shows.
Yeah.
They're like, so they're like, still do shows, and I'm always like, yeah, a little bit, like whatever, I don't know. And they're like, you still traveling international? And I'm like, sure, I don't fucking know. Like, yeah, whatever. But they laugh really hard at my jokes. Like this past time when I went, and they were asking me just like what I take on a daily basis, and I told them all my medicine and all my pills and stuff, and then they're like, and that's it. And I was like, oh, God, now that you mention it, I've been doing heroin. And she thought that was the funniest thing ever.
That is really funny.
like she almost collapsed. It was unbelievable. And so, yeah, so I feel good when I go there. They think I'm big and they think I'm funny. Yeah. Perfect. But so I went last Thursday. Before we were in Chicago. I went last Thursday. Yeah. And we had a busy day at work. We've had shit going on. So like after you go to the doctor, usually you give blood. They run your blood test. Yeah. And I didn't. I think I had a phone call afterwards. Whatever. I didn't give blood. So the doctor's office was on Thursday. I did not give blood that day. Friday, just not in the mood. Monday, I went to Chicago for the week. Yeah. While I'm in Chicago, I get 3 phone calls from the doctors. And I didn't answer any of them. And I don't even think I remembered to check the voicemails until towards the end of the week. And I checked the voicemails, and they're like, dude, you got a big problem. They're like, your blood is bad. Like we got to start doing ab scans. We got to do MRIs. We got to do a bunch of shit. Like again, it was all voicemail, so it wasn't like, you're dying. It was all delivered professionally. But how I heard it was like,
you got a big problem with your blood.
it was like you're not in a good spot, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't given him blood, so it's not mine. So I called them on Friday, and I was like, hey, so I got your voicemails. I haven't given you any of my blood. So whatever blood you're testing and whatever blood is on my chart is not my blood. Because Thursday when I went, I came right here. Friday I didn't go. Monday I went to Chicago. It could not. I have not given blood in 6 months. And I called them to tell them that. And I was like, yeah, so it's just not my blood. Like whatever heart you have. And they didn't, I expected, I thought it was going to be funny. Like I thought they're like, oh, we're fucking dumb. Like we mixed up these two things. Not a big deal. We'll check your blood when you give it. Yeah. And they were like, no, it says here June 12th you gave it. And I was like, no, I'm telling you I didn't. Yeah. So that's not my blood. And they were like, oh, right, you're sorry. So June 16th you went and you gave blood. And I was like, June 16th, I was in Chicago. Like, that's not my blood. I don't know what you're testing. Has it been my blood the whole time? Yeah. And they called me back today, and like now it's like on the 3rd or 4th call that I have to speak to their like office manager. Now I'm starting to be like, oh, this feels like a big deal, and I don't know whose blood it's been this whole time.
Yeah, so you're worried because they're always telling you that you're healthy.
Yeah.
And you're worried that this time you might be dying.
I don't know. No. My fear isn't of dying or not dying. I'm fine. My fear is of do I have to find a new doctor now.
So is this a language barrier type situation?
I don't think so.
Where it's like it's all fun and games until you actually need.
No, I don't think so, because like the people I've spoken to are kind of like, I've had one person who pushed back. The woman I just talked to at the phone, this gave me pause. The woman I just called back half hour ago, whatever, when you guys were in a call, And the receptionist was like, "Oh, I know who you are," and I kind of laughed. I was like, "Oh, you know who I am?" But I'm like, "So am I a story? Like, oh, that guy whose blood we always just check a random homeless person's blood every time he comes in. Like, where are you getting the blood from? I know for a fact I haven't given you my blood."
Yeah. Do you think that there's a possibility that they're just kind of flubbing the numbers, or do you think that they've mixed it up with somebody else's?
I think they mixed it up. I think they don't know how they mixed it up, and that's why they're having someone else call me.
Interesting. I don't know how you go about this.
I know. I don't want to change doctors, but if they're not checking my blood, I kind of have to.